Hey guys, it's Cam with Tekamo. We're here at the Mueller booth. We're gonna speak with Andre about some tools, stuff that we worked with, new stuff they got. We're gonna walk through the booth with you guys here.
Coverage of the SEMA show is sponsored by Fortis HD and Mueller Kueps. So go buy some tools at fortishd.com.
Show you some of the newer things that we bring out here. Some of the items maybe that we have already, but it's really interesting, especially in your market. First of all, I want to try with like the mini pry bars. So you know how you do it too, screwdriver, right? Most of the time. Nobody has like a pry bar that size on the market. So there are really mini ones or there are really big ones. Really handy. Instead of the screwdriver, using those. Made in Germany. And a nice sharp edge.
Nice sharp edge.
Better than your screwdriver. All right, next item that we want to talk about, breaker bar. Not a normal breaker bar, this is a breaker bar with a really nice ratchet on there.
Okay.
72 teeth on there, really handy, good length.
Satin finish. We've been a big fan of the satin finish in what we do. Chrome gets so slippery.
So
you know, when you get the grease and
greasy
oil.
hands.
Yeah, satin's a nice in between.
Yeah.
And doesn't rust like the black oxide as well.
Correct. Because that's an issue with you guys too in the field.
Oh,
like
yeah,
you have like the moist, the water, snow, like whatever. But a good length, right? Also.
Good length.
Yeah.
I like the ratchet. Yeah. So when you need the breaker bar and you want to get a little extra use out of it and not switch to the ratchet right away. Yeah. Drain plugs. Yeah. Final drives, that kind of thing. Handy for that.
I think it's one of the tools that you're most familiar with.
Yeah.
You can tell me how you call them.
Well, I was calling it the Big Chooch.
The Big Chooch.
Because it's a freight train. Nothing stops it. It puts up with a lot of abuse. We abuse our tools. You can see it in videos. It does the job. It does the work. That's the big thing.
It's amazing, right?
It's pretty, you know, there's not a lot of moving parts. So.
No. It's a compact machine. It's small. It's still heavy duty. It is 4 times as strong as the best air hammer, which is the normal air hammer on the market, the pistol grips.
Yeah, like a 401 shank air hammer.
401 shank. This is a nice 15 millimeter shank with the hex on there, so it doesn't twist in there. I think that's handy too, even with the round ones.
So we've used this one a lot. I have a couple of the bits with it. Probably use that 20 mil one, that and this one the most.
And that's exactly what we see
and
with
I've been beating the snot out of these, and no mushrooming, which is what the guys were asking me about earlier here. They were asking me at the booth, like, oh, well, how do the bits hold up, right? And I'm like, you know, compared to a regular 401 shank, I've beat the crap out of this. Our chisel, well, you saw what I was doing with the chisel, it isn't chipped or anything, so I'm pretty surprised by that. Yeah. Because usually these end up just...
Well, that's what you would think, right? It's so strong, it's 4 times stronger that you think, like, you know what, in no time you have like a mushroom on here.
Oh, exactly.
But it's not.
Like 401 shank bits are almost semi-consumable for us. Yeah. You know, like we use these and they last a few jobs, they're done. Put this thing through a lot, and I can definitely say it's held up, it's done its job. Yeah. It's been one of my favorite tools to use from you guys, honestly. It's the most fun to use.
It's one of the favorite ones to sell too.
You gotta hold on to her.
Definitely.
Yeah, we've been a big fan of that. We got some really good videos if you guys want to actually see us using it. So check those videos out if you want to actually see this guy in action. Yeah. Let's go to the knife set maybe, something different. Like we call it the mechanical knife set. I mean, everybody is using a knife. What kind of knife, it doesn't matter. But we thought you need to come up with something different. So we came out with this set. We call it the mechanical knife set. It is I think it's an awesome set. Really handy for zip ties, wire harnesses. Cat guys, if you got like a wiring harness, you know, you got that really heavy duty Kevlar loom they put on them. You know, traditionally we'd use a stitch ripper. You know, for like sewing, you can actually get a stitch ripper from Cat. They sell a tool, it's a little tiny stitch ripper, you can open the harness up with that. I mean, if you can get in there nice and carefully, get it started, and open those harnesses up without damaging underneath, right? Yeah. Because that's always been a challenge. You'll go back to one of these machines and you see the harness is just a mess of like braids everywhere because guys are nipping it with knives and cutters and whatever, but a good knife like that, something that has a hook you can get in there, definitely. And as I said, I think for zip ties too. It's quite often you see zip ties a little bit farther away. How do you get in there with the knife? You don't want to cut in with the knife. Use one of those. When you or if you do some hunting. Nice, I was gonna say it's a nice gut hook. Nice gut hook there. This one for hoses. Hoses, sometimes the hose is stuck. You know what I mean? And you have to open up the hose, split them open, chuck. Definitely. Watch it, it's nice and sharp. Yeah, it's nice and sharp. Real sharp. And it stays sharp. My experience with the Mueller tools and the scrapers and all that, and like staying sharp, the Carbide Scrapers we've been dealing with, I've had them for over a year now, I think. Yeah. And I've been using them on as much as I can, and those stay sharp, you know, like
I think I got maybe a tiny little burr from when I was giving her on a head, and I nicked like a dowel or something.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, you can only do so much at that point, but these things have been, wear and tear wise, they've only ever touched heads and smooth surfaces, and they're just like as sharp as day one. That's one of the biggest things to notice with the Mueller stuff is just the quality of the tool is up there.
Yeah.
Everything, if they say it's going to last and it's a high quality tool, it is. You're getting what you pay for with it, and then some. You know, that's what I found. Don't take our word for it.
Nope.
Try it yourself.
Check it out yourself.
Not a lot of companies offer very specific stuff like this either. So if you're looking for a knife set, I mean, a lot of us run just the little yellow Olfas in your pocket, the little zippy knives, you know.
And they're good too.
They're good. They got a place.
Sure, sure.
But how many knife blades do you burn through and all that? I mean, it's nice because you can fold it and put it in your pocket, but you're doing some real heavy cutting, a lot of cutting. Some of the little heavier duty maybe is might be the answer for you.
I want to show you some of the heavy-duty scissors. I think you're familiar with those as well.
Yeah.
Seems like a simple like a scissor, but it's really heavy-duty. Whatever you have to cut, like some hoses, and do it yourself. Like they're so easy to sell. Yeah.
A knife kind of works, and a pair of side cutters doesn't really work, but you need that nice shearing and some sharp blades. I mean, there's definitely a place for scissors in your toolbox.
And again, right, they stay sharp.
I mean, it's better than the ones you're going to get at like some office store or something. Right? I mean, that's what I got in the truck, right? Normally. And
So we got different sizes. We have the long one. We got the small one. It's maybe a little bit harder to see, but maybe you can see it on the camera if you come a little closer by with a cable cutter in there. Yeah, for small cables, but even big cables. Like I cut battery cables with those. Normal car battery cables, just one cut and it's done. Next thing is a little bit more specialized, I would say.
Yeah, we talked about these. I have yet to use them out in the field.
And as you know, the NOx sensor is on top of the exhaust normally on the trucks, and I'm not so sure in the heavy-duty equipment so much, but it's on quite often on top of the exhaust. So this one has a big guide in here. So you can drop them in there, then it has 6 cutting edges. That's unique. Yeah, made in Germany from really hard material because it needs to be. Otherwise you cannot clean up or cut up the thread again. And if you use one of the other ones, the chances are that you screw up the thread and you have to replace the whole
And
nut.
a lot of times you're tapping into like stainless or some other, you know,
and it is hot and cold. I mean,
something heat cycle, something corroded.
Correct.
So yeah, something definitely I look forward to using out in the field because it is something we've come across. Anytime you're working on like emission stuff, on the off-highway stuff for us, I mean, we're getting more into Tier 4 final. You got a lot more sensors on the exhaust, that kind of thing. So you're going to come across this stuff. Automotive guys, you guys have been dealing with this for years already. You know, I'm sure you got an assortment of these, right?
Yeah, we have different sizes now. I just got the NOx sensor out here, but you can see I have also the M14, M18.
Yeah, M22 by 1.5.
M20. There will be the M20. So all different kinds that we have here. Something simple, not so specialized as this maybe. They say, hey, how are you doing today, man? Like, nice strong magnets.
These are German greeting pucks.
But hanging hoses, cables, welding helmets, jackets.
This is something, you gave this to us to try it out, which is not, I was not expecting to use it as much as we do. And man, like a little thing like this, a little dongle, especially like equipment guys, everything is steel. On an excavator, on a loader, whatever we're working on. I can slap this on the side doing AC, hang my gauges.
Exactly.
You know, there's not always a nice hook or somewhere to put something. You can just throw that on the side. Your hydraulic gauges, you wrap it around and then you got your hydraulic gauges there while you're testing. I use it all the time. I use this thing I use it tons.
Right?
All the time.
It's so easy.
Like probably a couple of times a week I got those things out doing something with them, you know.
Talk about line wrenches.
Yeah, line wrenches.
Line wrenches. I think we have a really nice quality line wrenches. Drop forged material. What is important is the offset, what you see here. So you can go in really tight spots and still use the line wrench for it. As you can see, it's a 6-point. And as you can see in the bottom here, there's extra strength. Okay, so it doesn't split open. And then we have all different sizes. So we got the small sets up to size 12, and then we have 13 up to 19.
Oh, definitely a nice tool. Same thing with the satin finish. Corrosion's a big deal for us. At the end of the day, that feels a lot nicer than smooth chrome, and I don't know,
right?
It's a nice
especially
feeling.
when you have a little bit grease on your hands too, like otherwise it's too smooth.
Gives you a little more traction, you know?
So let's go to the wrench extenders this time.
Sure.
I think when you started with the wrench extenders, I'm assuming you had the big one?
For the big one.
And you had the small one?
Yep.
Yeah? So especially the big one, and I really like what you did in the video too, with the 2 wrenches. Like, use it as
I'll always find a unique way to do things because we work in the field. Everything is, I don't have the option to just go down the street to a store or ask my Snap-on guy to come by or whoever, you know, and oh, I need this tool. It's work with what you got. And I mean, you see it in the videos when we're working. And that's all real stuff. There's nothing staged about it. It's, oh, I have to get this apart. I don't care what the cameras are doing, but this thing's coming apart and we're doing this job.
Well, and that's what the guys who are watching this should watch that video also what you did with the wrench extenders, because I think there are some amazing things what you did.
I get creative with it, and you see. I mean,
Yes.
it's got a lot of little knobs and the bends on here, and they actually work perfect for some alternative wrenching methods. I've been beating the snot out of this. I think I told you I've hung my crane on this and pulled because this shackle fits through here nicely.
Are you going to teach the guys now? Are you going to teach them?
No, but I'll teach them all. I'll show you all the dirty tricks. But you know what? Here's the thing: is it holds up every time. I've been pulling on this with my 5,000 pound crane, and it hasn't missed a beat. Most of you guys are not going to do that, obviously, but I mean, I'll put things to the limit if I can.
So you got the biggest one there. Then, so we say this is up to wrench size 46.
46 inch and 7/8.
1/7/8.
Yeah.
Roughly.
I fit up to a 2-inch on these, like a 2-inch wrench.
It depends on the wrench brand.
If it's got a real big shank, I mean, it might be a little tight, but honestly, I fit all the sizes that we commonly use up to 2-inch, and it fits fine. So
and then we got the medium size. We say up to 32 millimeters, so that will be 1 inch and a quarter, something like that. And then the regular one. And I think that's the most famous one. A lot of people have
24.
24 mils. So that's
1
roughly
inch and
almost
5,
1 inch.
15/16 is 24 roughly. But yeah, no, it'll.
And I think what is cool now. Now we got the baby came out.
The baby boy.
The baby boy.
Yeah, look at that.
So up to a wrench size 14, so just like 9/16. Roughly. And this is not so much that you need the extra strength, we say, but you need the extra length.
Little wrenches, smaller wrenches, Allen keys. You guys were saying, like
you can smaller Allen keys, the same with the bigger ones. You can. So we got the whole family now complete with this one.
And I've said this a few times. It's an engineered tool. It's got a part number. Safety guy can't say shit about it. He's gonna come by and you're like, well, this is a legit tool that you got that's been engineered to do the task. And if I really need to up the chooch factor, they put a hex on there for a square drive on there for you. So you can still put a breaker bar on there legit, right? I mean,
you can.
Yeah, we've been a big fan of this product. If you don't have one yet, man, it's an essential for your toolbox, especially in the heavy industries. You know, nothing beats it. I've yet to come across any situation that it's lacked for us, really. So.
Talking about some of the pry bars, really heavy duty. Connected with the hammerhead. And it's a hex shape. So there is no flex into it. That's important because with the bigger ones, if you have a square one, you will see there is flex in the pry bar. Not so much with this. I think what is more unique is, for example, this one here. Everybody knows there are all kinds of pry bars on the market, and all the pry bars having this shape. But sometimes you need to lift something differently, and that's what you can do with this one. Right?
And I was telling you guys, I've done this before. I've cut my bars and then welded them back on a 90 to get in there and pull out a flange on something, or pull a pump out that's stuck in.
And it's sometimes hard to do with the normal shape.
Yeah, you're not going to do, well, because I might not have room all the way around. And then you're putting two on there like this, man, you put two of these in there, and you get a lot of force multiplication on that. So
we make a 90 degree, we also make like a 60 degree. So kind of in between, and we have a regular one as well, because sometimes you still need a regular one. Good size range.
Yeah, good range of angles and shapes and whatnot.
Nice to have on the surface truck, right?
Oh, definitely.
Really will help.
Nice to have.
Hey, what do you think, guys? You want to meet the owner of the company, maybe?
Yeah,
okay, let's see. I want to introduce to you guys, this is Mr Müller. He's the owner of Mueller Kueps here in North America, from Germany. And he is the inventor of most of the tools.
Thanks to the guys from Tekamo. Really great.
Hey, thanks for making awesome tools. We love to beat the crap out of them. So thanks for watching. Check them out. Links below where you can get the tools. Hope you enjoyed it.
See you next time.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Andre, for your time.
Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate all the things you guys do.
You guys
awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
Buy some parts, FortisHD.com. Buy some rubber tracks, FortisHD.com. We have it all. Buy some tools, Mueller Kueps. We got some fun new stuff coming too. Check it out.
Are you an experienced heavy-duty mechanic thinking about going on your own? Click the link in the description to fill out the form. Tekamo, your heavy equipment support network.